All right. Peace, and blessings, everybody. Haki Shakur Ahmed, the Success Scholar here. Man, it's a beautiful day. Just wanted to come to you all, doing some mixing it up, man. I'm just excited about the evolution and progress, and really just thinking, just knowing where I am and where I've put my energies at, and trying to uplift the community and lift and empower humanity as the Success Scholar. But I wanted to drop something. Many of you who may know me and know what I've been experiencing over the past few weeks, past few months, but some of you may not, so I'm not going to take it for granted. But for those who may not know, my name is Haki Ahmed, the Success Scholar. Not a Success Scholar, I'm the Success Scholar. And for the past few years, I've been continuing to organize in personal self-development, lifelong learning, and maximizing my productive capacities and developing skill sets and mindsets to transform individuals to grow to their maximum potential. I do that in terms of personal workshops and lectures, and several books that one book I've authored, as well as several workshop presentations that I physically have, the lectures that I actually have as well. So, but progress is being made. Recently, I attended the Power Networking Conference. It was just a yet another phenomenal opportunity for me to connect to some of the greatest thinkers of all time, and the greatest entrepreneurial minds and of all time. And I am excited about what manifested from that, the core context that I met, and how I engage the population, and how things are ready to go to another level. And so I just wanted to reach out for those that are six-figure and seven-figure earners. Yes, you may have a coach, you may have a business strategist, you may have a life coach, you may have social media managers and marketers, etc. But everyone needs a Success Scholar on their team. Now, I realize that as I continue to progress and grow and develop and continue to study the right core knowledge that our individuals need, and as well as institutions need, organizations may need, I realize that I'm not going to be able to service everyone. So with that being said, I realize that I'm going to have to train some more Success Scholars. So this is going to take precedent over the next few weeks, next few months. And so what I'm going to be doing, I am focusing, very focused, outside of reading this amazing book, The DNA of the Four, the hidden DNA of Amazon, Apple, Facebook, and Google. So I'm reading these books to truly understand what's going on, and how I'm going to develop leaders. And leaders in the 21st century need to be aware of the top understandings of what's going on in the world. And this particular book shares some of these things, and how our lives have been connected through various types of social media. And so this is why I am encourage everybody. You first got to subscribe to my YouTube page, Haki Ahmed, or my Harambe books, and Haki Ahmed Success Scholar on Facebook, as well as my Instagram, Success Scholar on Instagram, and Success Scholar 1 on Twitter. So I do still tweet and post pictures on Instagram, and people should certainly value and appreciate some of the core pictures that I have with some individuals that I believe that you all need to know. Individuals that I've met over the past few weeks, past few months, and past few years, that I've developed relationships with, I've listened to, and And now I'm taking all that knowledge, taking all that energy and consideration and scholarship into my understanding of what needs to happen now. And so I'm reaching out to those 6-figure and 7-figure earners and say, yes, you should certainly consider, please do work towards understanding just where I've been and the partners that I've connected to. For those that may not know, I co-authored this book with Les Brown and Dr. George C. Frazier, and they taught me just about everything they need that I need to know for where I am right now. But some amazing things are going to happen from this mission Unstoppable. I've been invited back to the Black Friday film, and we have a black billionaire in it. How many people can say that they're in a film with a black billionaire? Raise your hand, tap your neighbor, think about your neighbor on your left, your neighbor on the right, tap your neighbor. Ask your neighbor, have they actually been in a film with a black millionaire? So it's just an amazing opportunity, as well as Les and Georgia in that as well, that I had the opportunity of interviewing both Les Brown and Les Brown's son and daughter. So that was a great opportunity as well. And coming up from that, I as well interviewed none other than Dr. Dennis Kimbrough. So I have some core operations that I have, cast those nets out there with some of the best and brightest in the world, and many others actually, many others that I've had the opportunity of interviewing over time, and I got a lot of the content on my social media site. But so here's the thing with reading books like this, The Hidden DNA of Amazon, Apple, Facebook, and Google. I mean, there's a lot of coaches out here, and many of them, they're successful in their own right, and I applaud anyone that has been able to get to 7 figures. And but there are some things that you're absolutely going to have to know, and you're going to have to absolutely change, so you're not thinking this small. And I know that it may seem 6 figures and 7 figures that's small. Well, I'm thinking a little different. I mean, because again, I spent a lot of my time studying history, and I believe that we should understand history. It's a core part of how we got to where we are, and we have to understand that evolutionary process, but not to get necessarily stuck in history. And this is why I'm reading this particular book. But also, it's time that leaders begin to evolve. We're going to have core leaders that truly are ready to go and grow to another level, that are ready to take their life and their careers to another level. And for me, showing up for the past few years, for instance, at the Power Networking Conference, many people know of the most empowered individuals that actually come to this conference. There are many talented and skilled and on many different levels, and I'm just excited that I had the time and the consciousness to actually show up, because some 10 years ago it was just like not in my realm of ideas of consideration. Although I consider myself conscious and awake, sometimes we spend too much time majoring in the minors. Sometimes we have these distractions from our priorities. And fortunately for me, at the right times, I've changed gears at the right time to know that it's time to transform. It's time to go to another level. You have to, change your game. Michael Jordan, he didn't continue to slam basketballs and slam dunk on top of people after a few years in the league. He began to develop outside shooting and other parts to his game, and then he began to win championships. So I'm to the point now where understanding the need to develop these teams, and again, I've been researching this and working with different people over the years, and I've developed some clear understandings that yes, some things I've read in books that other people certainly have not read, and many people know that I always say that I've read 100 books a year for 11 years now. I don't say that to impress you, but to press upon you that there was a desire there to truly understand what's going on first with me, what's going on in this world, what's going on in history, but also to, oh my, but also to, gosh, I just got a text, I'm sorry. Also to know that you don't necessarily have to stay where you are. And this is why I, had to realize that I needed to get this different types of knowledge. And this is what I'm bringing. This is what I feel, and I recognize quantifiably that this knowledge that I'm going to apply over the next few weeks, next few months, it's certainly going to set the precedent. And this is why coming up here, I'm going to the Lisa Nichols conference. I'll actually be an exhibitor there, as well as when Tony Robbins come to town. And many people, if you don't know Tony Robbins, or you may have heard his story, he read 100 books a year for 7 years. Now here I am. I read 100 books a year for 11 years, but things they continue to grow, but they haven't exploded, absolutely exploded. But I'm here to say that now I've readjusted. Sometimes you do your plan, make your plan, you review your plan, do your plan, and then you review. So plan, do, review. And so now I realize that what's some of the tools that I've been missing. I've been being patient, and I'm still, kind of being patient, but I know that things are going to absolutely blast off. And this is why I said, after I went to this Master the Media Summit, I attended a Master Media Summit, learned some things about the power of the media, and then went to the Power Networking Conference, all those great and wonderful people that come there. And coming up here in the next few weeks in August, I'll be in Vegas at the Release the Change conference. And that's going to be dope because I don't have anything to do there but sit, read, and listen and learn. So I'm just going to take in all of the different dynamics, and I'm just like, it's time. It's absolutely time to go to another level. So I'm saying, for those that are ready to maximize on your cash flow, I'm saying that the Success Scholar movement, has that level of credibility. I have credibility in many different spaces that other people simply do not have. Just by showing up, by serving tens of thousands of people. I know that, tens of thousands of people already have been empowered or influenced, have been influenced by my message over these years, over these, the time that I made it my business to connect the knots. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Someone commented that 6- and 7-figure earners have usually disciplined themselves into an independent role as their own success scholar. Well, that's certainly so. I'm saying that there's going to have to be a collectivist movement that's going to manifest based upon my scholastic analysis, and I think they would appreciate it in several of my workshops. My workshop dealing with networking, I have 3 core workshops, and I'm working on another one dealing with leadership, but networking for developing successful relationships, as well as the how to interview like a pro, and my 7 steps to overcoming economic and psychological enslavement. That's the one, that 7 steps. I realize that, some may not get it first, but I'm going to say that hopefully that 7 steps to overcoming economic and psychological enslavement, I just go all in. I just go all in, and depending upon, how much time I have to do a presentation, I just expose some things. Like, I mean, we're sometimes we are thinking rather small. So that's the first stage of this game, of who and how I desire to reach these particular audiences, because these, like you said, these people generally have usually disciplined themselves independently. Yes, they have. But like I said, they may have had a coach, they may have had a business advisor, but all need not a success scholar, but the success scholar. So I'm saying that as time go on, as time go on, I'm just this kind of like it's kind of like you throwing your net right now. You planting your seed to let folks know, like, look, you got to have a success scholar on your team if you want to go to another level. I mean, I'm just saying, you got to pay the price. You got to pay the price. You know, if you haven't paid the various levels of the success scholar level price, you know, you got to have some. We got to do some work together, huh? We got to do some work together to go to another level. So I'm saying, for those that are ready, those that see, and those that have vision, I'm simply saying that I hope that I said some things that you connect with. Hopefully, I may see you in Vegas, or I may see you at the Lisa Nichols or the Tony Robbins event, or some things that I'm going to do a little locally, because I believe sincerely you need to stay connected to what this movement is doing and representing. And so I'm just here to give you a open invite to stay connected to one of the more conscious. Yeah. All right, Brother Vincent. Anthony Robbins, he did not create NLP, which means neuro-linguistic programming, but he took the science of the technology and brought it forward, even outperforming seasoned psychologists and psychiatrists. Interesting. This is how he got his footing. Share your technology you believe will help others. All right, that's dope. I appreciate that. Yeah, no, I mean, I knew he was into NLP. You know, I know some of the NLP trainers. You know, I mean, and you said scientists share my technology. You want me to say something? What's that, Scientology? It's like, nah, I'm not going there. But no. So again, you know, it's simple. I mean, yes, but interesting. You speak about psychology. I mean, I've attended some of the black psychologist conferences over the years, and so I come from a conscious perspective, you know, a understanding of the African origins of psychology, you know, and that was culture, and so it wasn't called psychology, but you know, it was just a way of life. But again, we have to continue to grow, read and study and learn and understand, you know, who we are, where we are. But you know, it's time to go to another level. So I just say, share, like, subscribe, everybody. Do share, like, subscribe. Holler to Success Scholar. Go to my website, successscholar.com. Of course, follow me on YouTube. Got a lot of dope YouTubes out here. Haki Ami, HAKIAMMI. Or that's on my YouTube, and my Harambe Books on my business page on Facebook. I'm sorry. That's my Harambe Books Facebook business page, as well as my Twitter, Success Scholar #1, or Instagram, Success Scholar. So thank you, brother Israel, and Ben Yahuwah. Pleasure, brother. Peace be upon you. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in, listening. Stay connected to the Success Scholar. We are going to another level. I am out. Thank you, brother, for your comments. Thanks for adding on. Appreciate that. Just wanted to drop something.